This here is Guardian's Vault. You can probably tell why it's called that. It is Minecraft's fishiest prison, as I like to think of it, because it's of a massive Minecraft fish. It is incredibly big, as in, like, this is massive. It doesn't look massive, but it is massive. And it's all crying obsidian on the inside. It's got a very small, compact structure on the inside, so then there's the walls are so thick. It has some critical flaws, which I'm about to show you in my escape. But, yeah, it's an insane prison built by Thubb. He is at the very top of the description, and you should definitely go check him out. I'm sorry that I'm still a bit sick. I just thought I want to record this and get this video out. I also have an announcement. I got channel members on here, which is very cool, so if you're on a computer, you should be able to scroll down, and next to the subscribe button, which should hopefully be grey, there should be a join button. But without further ado, let's see Guardian's Vault. Phase 1. So, the severe flaw in this prison is its spawn system. It is so incredibly simple and easily broken. It's all run by one singular bit of string. But I'm in this prison full of unbreakable blocks and water, so I can't take hunger damage, and I can't suffocate myself, because the hitboxes of the unbreakable end crystals are in the way. So, phase 1 is finding out a way to die. Explanation time. Unbreakable end crystals are glitched end crystals that are formed when you respawn the ender dragon, but push using a piston an end crystal off its pedestal while the dragon is respawning. So once the end crystal is spawned in, but before the dragon is spawned in. It's kind of glitched, but there's absolutely no way, people have found at least, to break them in survival. You can break them by just by punching them like a normal end crystal in creative, but in survival, no one has yet found a way to break them. So they are sort of just unbreakable entities, and since they are entities, you can't hit through their hitbox, so they're very good for prison cells. So you see here, if you go right in between, like, the unbreakable end crystals, like right in between, there's such a small gap, like a 15th of a pixel. But you can see now that I can start punching the stone slab. With mining fatigue, this takes an entire 61 minutes to mine. So I set a weight down on my left mouse button and I went and just watched YouTube. But after the 61 minutes, you can see here, I have broken through the first slab. I lost the footage of me breaking the second slab, but I broke the next one above it so I could jump up in there, and it was a 2.5 block gap. So now with these 2.5 blocks, I could start the big part of my plan. I now have a way I can lose hunger, and therefore eventually die of starvation because the server's in hard mode. That's the only thing you really need for this, is you need your server or world to be in hard mode. So now that I could lose hunger, I could die and therefore go to the respawn system, which is severely flawed. So after years of jumping around and moving about, I finally starved. Phase 2. So as you can see, as soon as I spawn in, even though my game's lagging, I know where to break the string. And that's the string I mentioned earlier in the video that controls the entire spawn system. So now I can just sit here next to the pistons that are meant to push me down into the cell. That is a very simple way to get out, and I am kind of surprised that there's such a big flaw in this prison. I then punched these 2 pistons here because I wanted a way to get blocks and get out of the stupid water. The reason I could break these so fast is because mining fatigue is only applied once every in this prison for some reason it was about 30 seconds to a minute. I don't really know why it took so long because there were quite a few Elder Guardians. But as you see here, I just got mining fatigue while trying to mine that observer, which is a shame. But I broke both the pistons before I got mining fatigue. I then broke the soul sand block so I could get down underneath and into the shaft, which is where you're meant to be pushed down into the cell. But it took a while to mine this. I then realized that breaking that block was unnecessary, so I wasn't creative just looking around, but here, I placed the block back, I placed the piston in front of the observer so I can go out using those, like, the observer activated pistons, and then I'll just wait for it to put me into the crawling position, there we go, and I'll just place this piston as a last block. And that is blocking up my spawn all the way to the very roof of the entire prison. So now that my spawn is completely blocked, I just go down here, find my little hole that I punched out, and there, I've died again of starvation. I respawn and I'm quite a bit further up in the prison, and I'm in one of the guard tunnels, which means that I can move around with all the guard stuff. Suppose that works. I swear this isn't scripted. So when I watched through the video of Thubb, who is the one who made this prison, if you don't remember, this bed is for visitors. So when they click the bed, the trapdoor is up, so if they die, they spawn on the trapdoor. But then, when they want to leave the prison, they flick the trapdoor down, and then they kill them, so then they spawn on top of the prison. So it took a long time for me to find this, but it isn't that difficult if you know where you're going. I can't give you guys an exact route because I don't even know it myself, but just after some searching around you'll find it. So I can get out of there. I forgot I had a totem, but now I can kill myself. And I won't have a spawn, and the spawn is where the guests spawn, as you can see here on top. Now, I have keep inventory on, but that wasn't actually me, so it's a default part, but I didn't use it. I deliberately didn't use any items to get down. So, theoretically, I'd have no items on this in a survival world. But you see, I just look around and find the hole where you're meant to go out of. Very, very cool. I see the little water pool you're meant to jump down into. And boom. That is me escaped Guardian's Vault. This was really fun to do, and I just want to thank, again, Thubb for making this prison. It was really fun to find a way to escape, even though it did take quite a long time to mine everything. I'll put his channel, as I said at the beginning of the video, it's going to be at the very top of the description. He has a Discord you can join and other videos you can watch. He's just released Guardian's Vault 2.1.1, but I'm not going to record all of this again because that is just... no. I'll be reading every single one of these comments, and I want to know what you guys want me to escape next. I have found ways to escape Gaia's Vault, Tartarus, Pandora's Vault, Glaciers Orb. You guys have seen a couple of videos on it, but I just haven't been bothered to make videos on the others. So if you guys want me to go back and break out of some older prisons, that would be cool. But also, if there are some new prisons that I haven't seen or haven't taken the time to look at, feel free to just leave them in the comments and tell me if you want me to make a video on it, because what you guys want, I will deliver pretty much. I am really sorry again that I haven't uploaded for like 10 days. I was really, really sick. But here I am now. I also have a special channel on my Discord server, which is in the description, that you can actually submit your own prisons that you've made for me to try and either test, like be a tester for them, or even make videos on them if I think that they're worth making a video on. These are so fun videos to record, and it's really satisfying when you finally find a way to escape. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support on the previous escaping videos as well. That was insane. I've hit 2.3k, or also 2k. I've decided not to release a 2k special because they are so much work, just all the specials. And I released a 1k special and a Christmas special, and I might do a birthday special or something, but I'm not doing a 2k special. I may do like a 5k special for a setup tour, and maybe 10k for a texture pack or something. I don't know. But you guys just, let me just remind you again, tell me what videos you want to see, even if they aren't escaping, just tell me in the comments what videos you want to see next. Until the next one, see ya!